Did fans get these? No. I bought these myself. This wasn't supposed to be like a Christmas thing. I had been buying these games off eBay for like the last month and a half, and these are games that I either had as a kid and wanted to have again because I don't have them anymore, or games that I never was able to afford or whatever. But I'm a grown man now, so I can afford them. But I had been stacking these up to open them up on stream just for fun. I meant to do this like a few weeks ago, and I just never got around to it. And I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I mean, I guess now is as good a time as any to open them up on stream, because this is as close to a Christmas stream as I'm ever gonna do. Alright, I'll just start at the top of the stack. So, this first one. Also, I gotta make sure not to show my address in any of these. So, this first one I believe is actually a PlayStation 1 game. And, so this is a game, okay, I can see which one this is. This is a game that I never actually owned, but wanted, and didn't have. But now that I'm an adult and can afford whatever I want, within reason, I just bought it on eBay. I think I got this one for like 20 bucks. So the first one is actually Inuyasha, A Feudal Fairy Tale for the PlayStation 1. So that's pretty cool. Yes, sir. That shit clean. You know, Inuyasha is an anime that I like a lot, but to this day I have never finished. It's one of those classics from my childhood, right? Like, if you ain't wake up in the middle of the night to Boku Tachi wa, like, you're just too young, right? Like, we're just not on the same wavelength if you've never woken up to that song before. That's my shit, by the way. That's gotta be one of the greatest ending songs of all time. But yeah, I've never actually finished Inuyasha's anime, and I've never read the manga either, but maybe one of these days I'll do that. So yeah, first game, Inuyasha, A Feudal Fairy Tale, PlayStation 1, trying to get my PS1 collection up, you know what I'm saying? Oh, actually, by the way, let me show this real quick. It showed up a couple of days ago, and I opened it because I'd forgot I even bought it, because this one was supposed to be here a long time ago, and it just, yeah, I didn't know what was in this box. So when I opened it, I was like, oh, okay. But, Dragon Ball Z Taiketsu for the Game Boy Advance. This is another one that I didn't have as a kid, but I wished I did, because I wanted all the Dragon Ball Z games for Game Boy. And I had, like, Legacy of Goku 1, 2, Boost Fury, 2 copies of Boost Fury, actually. I had, like, a bunch of stuff, but this is one of the ones I never had. And so I bought it. This one's not sealed. You know, I got some of those Game Boy games behind me, like I have all the Shaman King games and the Yu Yu Hakusho games and stuff. Those ones are factory sealed. This one isn't, but I got it for, like, 20 bucks, so I was like, screw it, why not? Anyway, next game is another PlayStation 1 game, and what y'all know about this one, boys? Which this was probably the game. I don't know. This might not be my number one, but this is easily one of my most played PlayStation 1 games by far. This is like one of the ones that like really started it all for me. This is a true gem, a true classic. If you ain't never played this, man, you don't know nothing about nothing. Let me tell you. We have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 for the PlayStation 1. This is a gem right here, boys. This is a certified hood classic. This is where my love for skateboarding started. Because for those of you who don't know, I did actually used to skate, and I think my love of skateboarding started with this video game. Not gonna lie. Like I said, I vaguely remember all the stuff that I bought, but I don't know what order they're in and everything. So, this was gonna be a PS2 game. So this one means a lot to me for multiple reasons. I wish I still had my original copy because it would mean a lot more. But this is another game that, I mean, obviously it's a PS1 game. This is a game that I did have as a kid, and it's something I no longer had that I wanted back in my collection. And that is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for PlayStation 1. Now, this game probably aged very poorly, as a lot of PS1 games probably did, right? I think there's probably not that many PS1 games that you could still play today and are like really, really fire. But this is a game that like my great grandmother bought me as a kid. I think she actually got this for me like at a yard sale. Yeah, because my great grandmother and I were like very, very close. That was like my best friend when I was really young. She passed away when I was 7. But yeah, she's actually the one who got me Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1, I'm pretty sure, and my first Game Boy, and Legacy of Goku, and this game, and on top of like some PS2 games. Like she did a lot for the boy. She spoiled me rotten. And yeah, like I said, this game probably didn't age well, but I used to play it a lot as a kid. This was like again, one of my favorite PS1 games. I have no clue what happened to my original copy, but this was another one that I was like, yeah, I need that back, just because like sentimental value, nostalgia. That's basically the main reason I bought all of these, like sentimental value and nostalgia and stuff. So it's another one. Anyway, second game. Oh man, this game is terrible, but I needed it in the collection for completionist sake, for nostalgia's sake. So this next one is a game I never actually owned, but played a lot because friends had it and whatever. But we have, depending on who you ask, one of the worst Dragon Ball games ever made, and that is Dragon Ball Z Sagas. So, another game that did not age very well at all, I'm sure. This game has many flaws, many downfalls, and even for its time, probably wasn't that great of a game, if we're being honest. However, as a kid, I liked it. As a kid, I didn't have no problems with it. And I'm probably gonna peel these stickers off at some point, but I'm not too worried about it right now. But yeah, complete with the manual and everything as well. So there's that. But yeah. GameStop sticker, you know it. Yeah. The iconic pre-owned GameStop sticker. I'm sure you're all well familiar with that, as I am. Alright, next package. This one's sealed. This can't be factory sealed though, right? Well, I'm not gonna take it out of this because it's kind of nice. So again, this is a game that I never owned, but wanted, but I don't think we ever actually got this one in America. But we have Yu Yu Hakusho Forever for the PS2. This surely is not a factory seal, but I kind of don't even want to take it out of this because it just feels so crisp and clean in here. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is actually my second favorite anime of all time, for those of you who didn't know. So I'm a huge Yu Yu Hakusho fan. I have every volume of the manga, all 4 seasons on Blu-ray. Those 2 Game Boy games you can see back there on the shelf are actually Tournament Tactics and Yu Yu Hakusho Spirit Detective, brand new factory sealed in the box. So I'm a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan, and this is a game that I've actually played before with Rhyme Style, like on Parsec or something. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think we ever got this one in America. And there's a couple of games like that where we never actually got them in the States, and I remember being a kid, right? And looking on websites like PlayAsia and stuff, like being like, you know, God, I wish I had the money to like import these games. Like I remember Ultimate Ninja Storm, not Ultimate Ninja Storm, but Ultimate Ninja 5. This game, there was a few games that like we didn't get, and I was like, it sucks being a kid with no money. Like I remember one night thinking to myself, like, man, if I found a genie in a bottle, I would wish to have like every Japanese video game that we don't have over here, something like that. Is just, yeah, man, it's pretty cool, pretty cool. And I got a couple of Japanese games. Like I know I've got some Japanese Naruto games and like the Japanese Shaman King game, Funbari Spirits. But yeah, another one to the collection, Yu Yu Hakusho Forever. I need to, you know what I should buy? I need to order a box cutter. Okay, what y'all know about this one? So this again, another game I had as a kid. I wouldn't recommend going back and trying to play it now, but you know, I liked it a lot as a kid. This was one of my favorite cartoons back then. One of the best Nickelodeon cartoons, if I can say that. If you disagree, you're wrong. We have Team Rocket Rescue, the Rocket Power game for PlayStation 1. Again, would not recommend trying to go back and play this game nowadays, but hey man, as a kid it was fun. As a PlayStation 1 game. We are riders on a man, what you know about the wiggity? Come on, son, y'all know about it. But yeah, this is another game I wanted back. No clue. See, another thing is that like I sold off a lot of my games as a kid to GameStop if I just felt like I outgrew them or I was bored with them or whatever, or I really needed the money for something new. So I can't even, I don't know, there's probably a lot of other things that I'm forgetting about that I just sold to GameStop as a kid and would like to have back, but this stack of stuff is just the ones I remember the most. It's inside of that. But yeah. So again, you know, as a kid, I tried to get my hands on like every anime game that I could, right? Growing up my whole life, I've always loved anime, I've always loved anime video games, and particularly, of course, I've always loved Dragon Ball Z. So, there's one game, well, I mean, there's a few, right? But this is another game that, again, as a kid, I never had, just because I couldn't have every game, right? Like, we definitely weren't poor when I was kids, but when I was a kid, but kind couldn't have every game, right? Had to pick and choose. I had every single Budokai game and every single Tenkaichi game, but one game I never managed to get my hands on as a kid is Super Dragon Ball Z. And I remember that there was one reason in particular I always wanted this game. The number one reason why I wanted this game as a kid is because you could play as Chi-Chi. That's the number one reason why I wanted this game back then. Because you could play as Chi-Chi. To this day, I've never actually played this game before. I've never actually played this in my life. I've seen gameplay and stuff, but I've never actually played it. So yeah, maybe we'll like emulate this or something at some point. Whenever I buy like games off eBay, I always try to find things that are complete, so like with the manuals and everything. Certain things I've been looking for to find factory sealed, but doesn't necessarily always have to be. Yeah, Super Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Sagas, 2 games I never actually owned. But Sagas I actually played a lot. Super Dragon Ball Z I've never played to this day. Yo, Chosen, thank you for the 6 months. Welcome back to the Asakura clan. I appreciate that. Alright, I think this next one is another PS1 game. Yo, these things are sealed. Yo, this shit is double sealed. What the fuck? Took it out of one pack. And it's in another pack. I guess I commend them for their attention to detail on the shipping. Yo, Ni Hao Thailand with the 13 months. Welcome back to the Asakura clan as well. Oh my god. Yo, this is another hella throwback. Oh, I mean, they all are, but... So this was gonna seem like super random, but this is just another like one of the first games I remember playing on the PlayStation 1. And it is Rayman, Brain Games. I don't know, this one is just pure nostalgia. It's just the fact that like I had it as a kid. I remember playing it. It was one of the first PlayStation 1 games I had, I think. And it's just, you know what I mean? I'm not even like a big Rayman fan. I've never played any other Rayman game other than this one, but I played this one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. And I got this for like $6 or some shit on eBay. So I was like, $6 for a little piece of nostalgia, a little piece of my childhood back. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that all day long. It's oh man, it's such a trip, like seeing these games again. Seeing games I haven't seen in like over 10 years in some cases. There's another one. Alright, up next. Is this another PS1 game? Yeah, it's another PS1 game. Oh god, this game is probably so trash now. Because even from what I vaguely remember, this game is trash, but like... Yo, it's been packed tightly in like mad bubble wrap. I'm glad all the sellers I bought these games from though, like, took so much care with the shipping, because they're all like really firmly wrapped in bubble wrap and then like inside like the bubble mailers or whatever. Alright, so this next one is another PS1 game that I have no business buying, but again, I think I got it for like $5 or $6. So I was like, alright, let me capture another piece of my childhood real quick. We have Razor Racing, which is a racing game where the characters are all riding around on Razor scooters. Wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend it at all. But you know what I'm saying? Again, it's just one of those things like, I had the game as a kid and I was like, you know what, I'll just buy it again. Especially for as cheap as I got it. I know this one's like mad random. I know this one seems like mad random, and it is mad random, but... You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like, so even though it looks like it's like live action, right? The characters themselves aren't based on real people from what I remember. It's like anime-esque. Now I don't imagine the graphics hold up to any degree or caliber at all, but I remember, I feel like I vaguely remember it being like more, not necessarily anime style, but you know, cartoony. Like I remember there's 1 or 2 characters who I thought looked really cool. That's why I played it, just so I could play as them, but yeah, game's probably super trash. Game's probably super trash, but no. Nostalgia. Okay, so this one, they put an invoice in here. I paid $5.75 for this. So again, another super cheap game. I don't imagine there's very many people out there who are trying to hunt this game down. So it's gonna be another one that's like super random, and you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck is that? But again, it meant a lot to me as a kid. And I don't know if this, I don't even remember if this had a cartoon or a comic or something, but... Wait, no, yeah, it says as seen on Kids WB. Yeah, so this did have a cartoon. Alright. Tell me what y'all know about Cubix. What y'all know about Cubix? Robots for everyone. Cubix robots for everyone, racing robots. What y'all know about it? What y'all know? Oh, okay. I see we got a couple people in the chat who like, yo, shit, yo, I ain't said that shit in like 20 years. If you never heard of it, you're probably under the age of like 18 or something, so it makes sense. Or you're probably 18, actually. Yeah, you're probably like 20 or below, actually, if you never heard of this. But you might have, yo, this disc art, yo, when you flip this bitch open, it's kind of fire though, like all the colors and the art and everything. It's kind of hard. When you said WB, I knew it was old. Listen. What the hell is Cubix? Yeah, I'm 18. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Y'all make me feel old. Now that I think about it, there was like, I guess it was like a trend to just turn everything into a racing game, huh? There's like a lot of racing games. Like I remember there's all these like Looney Tunes racing games and like Crash Racing, Sonic Racing, Razor Racing, Racing Robots. Like now that I think about it, there was a lot of racing games for some reason. Maybe racing games are easier to make, or was it just popping back? I don't know. Whatever. Speaking of racing games, I completely forgot. Yeah, I forgot I bought some of these, to be honest. So, speaking of racing games, I literally forgot I even bought this and that this was in the stack, even though I literally named it out loud. What do y'all know about Looney Tunes Racing? Banger. Banger game. Banger game. This right here probably didn't age well, but I liked it a lot. Looney Tunes is my shit. Bugs Bunny is like one of the greatest cartoon characters of all time. But yeah, this is another one I remember putting hours into. I used to play this a lot with my brother. Focus, there you go. But yeah, alright, we've got 3 more here to get through. 3 more. Alright, this one's a PS1 game, and we've got... This was another one I never owned. I actually don't really know a lot about this game. I don't think it was very good, but I wanted it as a kid. I don't think people actually like this game. I think this game's actually really bad, but it's, you know, like I said, I was recapturing things I either had as a kid or couldn't afford as a kid because I just couldn't have every game. And I just wanted it as part of the collection. So we have Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22. Now, like I said, I've never actually played this game, but from what I know or heard, this game's not like very well received. But maybe this was a game that people actually liked back in the day, at the time, but I think it aged like milk from what I understand, so... Video games used to come in CDs. Bro, how young are you? You've never seen a PS1 game before? You've never seen a PlayStation 1 game before? Oh my god, I'm a fossil. I'm actually a fossil. You're 19? Ah, man, you were born after the year 2000 and you're almost 21. That's crazy. Alright, 2 left. Let's see what we got here. I have a huge pile of trash next to me now. Alright, so we have another PlayStation 1 game. It's another Dragon Ball game. I didn't realize how many of these were Dragon Ball games. But it makes sense. Obviously, as a kid growing up, like, there was a point where everything in my life revolved around Dragon Ball and Naruto. And I mean, I guess not much has changed. But, yeah, I just wanted, like, every single Dragon Ball Z game as a kid. And there's still a few that I don't have that I'm going to buy at some point. So maybe we'll do another one. If y'all are really enjoying this, I don't know if I'm putting this on YouTube or not. I'm recording it right now, but it might or might not make it to the channel. But as far as the stream goes, if y'all are enjoying this, I could definitely do this again. Why buy more games like this? Games that I had as a kid, but don't anymore, or games I never had, but always wanted. We can do another stream like this. But, yeah, so I tried to get, like, every Dragon Ball game I could. But obviously I couldn't have all of them. And this was another one that I never actually got my hands on. And it's another game that I think, from what I understand, was bad. But it was GT, so I was like, I want it, because Super Saiyan 4. We have Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. So yeah, I've never actually played this one. But it's pretty terrible from what I understand. Focus. There we go. But yeah. When did this game come out? So I flip it open, I'm looking at the manual. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 for the PlayStation 2 is being advertised on the inside. Like, bro, what? We're already on Budokai 2 when this game came out? How is this a thing? Or is this like a reprint or like a later copy? Excuse me. There's just no way. Speaking of Budokai 2, by the way, I actually like Budokai 2 a lot, including the story mode. I really like the story mode. A lot of people don't like it because the whole like chessboard thing, but I don't know. I liked it. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball GT Final Bout. And now we have one final game, and I don't actually remember what's in here at all. Those would be equally as much of a surprise to me as it is for you. Yeah, the holographic cover for Budokai 2. I still have Budokai 2. I still have all my Budokai games and Tenkaichi games on that shelf over there where all these games are gonna go. So, yeah, the final game is another PS2 game, and is actually Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament for the PlayStation 2. Let's talk about holographic covers, by the way. That shit's fire. That shit is fire. This was another game that I never had, but I got that bitch now. I got that bitch now. You already know we got the goat on the front and the other goat on the back. If I can get my camera to focus on the game and not my shoes. There we go. Yo, Snots, just thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate it. But yeah, so now I have Yu Yu Hakusho Forever and Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament on top of the GBA games. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are all the games I've bought like over the last couple of months, just trying to recapture some childhood nostalgia and everything. Good times, good times. I still have some things on my list. I won't name them because in the event I do this again, I think it'll be more fun to keep them a surprise. But there's actually one game that I did buy. Also, let me sanitize my hands after all that. A little bit more. There's one more game that I bought that never showed up, I guess because of like holiday shipping delays and everything. Even though that game was supposed to be here, like I bought it like on November 20 something. It should have been here like at the beginning of this month, but it never got here. But there's one more game on the way whenever that shows up, and I have a list of things I'm still on the hunt for on eBay. So I think I'll do this again. That was pretty fun. I think I'll stack up some more again, and I think we do this again at some point.